0. I don't know what happened. I really like the dynamic between the two main characters. This series is like God tier for me. I rated it 1 star. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, listen. I know that this video is a month late. Okay? I know, I'm sorry, okay? But at least it's coming out now, you know? Better late than never, you know? So, today we're just going to talk about my 2025 wrap-up. All the books I read in 2025, which I didn't read as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. I have my Goodreads pulled up so I can get them in order, because I don't remember. And also so I can give you guys my ratings for all of them as well. I'm not going to explain what the book's about, because if I'm going to be totally honest, I'm not good at that. But I'll pull up on the screen like what the book is, so you guys can see the cover, just in case you guys don't recognize it from the title. And if it seems interesting, if you like my rating, look up the synopsis, please. Anyways, let's just start. So, 2025, right? Picture this. It's January, right? And do you want to guess how many books I read? A big fat 0. I don't know what happened, if I'll be totally honest. I was in a slump all of January. Don't remember why, but I'm gonna guess it's probably because I probably read something before that and then got put into a slump. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to guess happened. But February gets better, okay? So in February, I read 2 books, which I feel like that's good. And I started off with The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and I rated that one 4 stars. And the reason why I rated it 4 stars was because it was my first Elle Kennedy book, first of all. And second, I just love like the dynamic that Hannah and Garrett had. And there was a specific scene that I can like still remember. Like that's like one of the only scenes I really remember in the book. It was with Hannah and Garrett's friends at what was it? Like one of their appointments. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but I really loved that scene. It was so cute and stuff, so that just kind of hit me right in the heart, you know? I would totally recommend it. If you haven't read the Off-Campus series, which you probably have because I'm just behind, but totally recommend it. And I want to reread The Deal, and then I want to read the rest of them right before the TV show comes out, which is in May. Let's see if I end up doing it. I really want to, so hopefully. But I have a couple arcs and then book club books to read as well. So we will just see. The second book in February that I read was Girl Abroad, also by Elle Kennedy. I read Elle Kennedy. So The Deal, it did something good for me that I wanted to read another one. I just like love Elle Kennedy's writing. I don't know. But for Girl Abroad, I rated it 3 stars because for me, it felt like it was a bit slow in the beginning with her like moving to London and everything and trying to settle in. And there were some parts that really intrigued me and I really did enjoy it. But then other parts, I felt like it was kind of dragging on and I was just like, let's get to the point, you know? And there was also something that I don't know if it's in the synopsis, so I'm not gonna say, but she was trying to just like to decide between 2 things, and in like my head, I couldn't see why she was struggling to decide, because I was just like, it shouldn't be this hard to pick, you know? So she kind of annoyed me just a little bit, but it's okay. And there's one character in this book, his name is Lee, that I found him so funny, and he just seemed like so fun. Like, I want to be his friend, you know? But, so that one was 3 stars. Next, we're going into March. March, I read 1 book. And guys, listen. Right now in the year, it's a roller coaster right now. It went down from January, it went a little bit back up, February, March, and now we're going to go back down after March. So, January was just a roller coaster for me, okay? But, in March, I read 1 book, like I said, and I rated that one 3 stars. And it was the Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. The reason why I rated it 3 stars was because I feel like maybe those books are more like palate cleansers between like heavier books if you needed them, because for me it was kind of slow, but it was very cute. I want to say, like, it's a small town romance, and I found it really cute at times. Do not let the cover mislead you, because it's such a cute cover, right? You're gonna be like, oh my god, it's so cute, like this small town romance, oh my god. It's really spicy, okay? Really spicy. So just putting it out there right now. Don't let it mislead you, just in case you don't like spice. But, I would still say I would recommend. I do have a couple more in that series, so I do plan on continuing it, which also I'm thinking of doing a video talking about all the series that I'm in the middle of, because there's a lot. Like, I feel like I've started about 10 to 20 series and I haven't finished any. So let me know if I should make a video on that. So anyways, after March, I didn't read nothing in April or May. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I get put into reading slumps very, very quickly, and I don't know how. So, I don't know. But June we did read, okay? In June I read 2 books as well. I started off with Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and I rated that one 4 stars. It was my first Lynn Painter book, and honestly, it lived up to the hype that I have seen with this book and her specifically. It was really, really good, honestly. The reason why I rated it 4 stars was because it's kind of enemies to lovers, but not really enemies, like rivals, I want to say. I don't really know how the correct terminology would be for that, but I love like the vibes of the book, and the way that Wes is with Liz, I found myself like giggling at some parts. Like, there's a basketball court scene that was really cute. There's text messages between them that are really cute. At the end, there's a quote that he says that I was just like, oh, my heart. I'm trying not to spoil it so hard, but it's also kind of like, if you know, you know type of thing. So I really recommend reading Better Than Movies, honestly. If you haven't already, please read it. After that, I went on vacation, actually, and I started reading The Summer of Broken Rules on this vacation. And I rated that one 4 stars as well. And the reason why I rated it 4 stars was because I felt like it really fit the summer vacation vibes that were going on. So, and I also really liked the fact that it was based in Cape Cod. No, Martha's Vineyard. Yes. And that's really close to me. So I like the setting. I was like, oh my god, like, okay. You know? And that book was also very easy to get like hooked into and like follow as well. So that just helped it as well, like just helped push it up to 4 stars. I don't really know why I didn't rate it like a 5, but I feel like 5 stars is kind of just like a feeling, you know? And I didn't really get that feeling. So that's why it's a 4 stars. But 4 stars is still pretty good. So this summer, if you need a book to read and you haven't read The Summer Book and Rules, I highly recommend it. Next, after that, I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and I was still on vacation actually when I started this one, and I rated that one 4 stars. For some reason, I didn't write a review on Goodreads. I don't know why. I just put the stars. But I rated it 4 stars because I really liked the dynamic between the 2 main characters, which I don't remember their names because I'm just bad with names. But I really liked how they were together, and she did kind of annoy me at some points because she's just like, my life is very different from your life, like we can't fit together, we don't work. And I'm just like, girl, follow your heart. Like, I understand this life that you have been building and like you've been living, but like if your heart says something else, follow it, you know? But it was okay. I really like the ending, and also on the cover there's like a little baby goat, and it's just like, it's so cute. First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, and I rated that one 4 stars as well. There's a lot of 4 stars going on around here, I noticed. My ratings are very simple. It's like if I liked it, 4 stars. If I get that 5-star, 6-star feeling, 5, 6 stars. If I enjoyed it, but not to the point where I'm going to think about it again, 3 stars. Like, you're going to barely see me rating books below 3 unless it's absolutely necessary. Back to B.K. Borison. I got off track a little bit. I rated that one 4 stars because I did notice it took me a little bit to get into in the beginning. Like, it was kind of slow for me. But once it picked up, it picked up. Like, I was eating this book up. Adrian and I don't remember her name. His name was Adrian though, but I don't remember her name. I don't know. But their like dynamic in the radio booth thing, whatever it's called, I really loved like their conversations. And then I loved her relationship with her daughter's father. It's just, all the relationships in this book were amazing, okay? It was just really good. And there were some parts as well that I was like giggling because of oh my god, is it Adrian or Aiden? I think it's Aiden actually. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. I'll write it on the screen when I find out the correct one. Okay, so after I read First Time Caller, I reread ACOTAR, and I rated it 3 stars. Honestly, I think I need to reread it for a 3rd time before I continue the series, because it's my first fantasy book, right? And I was struggling to get into it so hard. And I was struggling to understand, like, what was happening. So I feel like I need to, like, immersive read it, honestly. So I'm going to reread it for a 3rd time, but this time with an audiobook. Hopefully that helps me. And I know the series, it, like, gets better. So I'm really hoping for that. And let me know if I should make, like, a vlog about that. So we're still in August, and I read Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. Rated that one 4 stars as well. And I felt like I had gotten through this book. Sorry, my hair is bothering me. You know, like that feeling when you have your hair down with a hoodie? Yeah, that. But like I was saying, I felt like I got through the book pretty quickly, I want to say. And I felt like it was very fast-paced for me. It was really enjoyable. And I liked kind of like being able to see Italy through the book, you know? Like, I felt like I was there experiencing it with the characters. And there's one certain quote, actually, that made me laugh so hard that I even put it into my review. And it's, should I say it? Yeah, I'm going to say it. because I don't think it's a spoiler. But it was, when we're together, we make one whole Italian. That, without context, it's weird in a way, but I just found it so funny. And it was kind of cute in the context it was given, so it was really enjoyable. I highly recommend if you haven't read it yet. And also recently, I heard that it's a movie. I didn't know it was a movie. Like, it got turned into a movie. So I might watch that too and see the differences between the movie and the book. After Love and Gelato, I read Flawless by Elsie Silver, and I rated it 4.5 stars. It was my first Elsie Silver book, and honestly, I ate the book up. So hard. I ate that book up, okay? It was so good. If you haven't read that series yet, I highly recommend. I haven't read the rest of the series yet, but I definitely will. And I rated it a 4.5 because I just loved every moment of the book. Like, I can't think of a moment that I did not enjoy. Maybe the beginning, because it was kind of just, like, giving you background information and kind of things like that. But then, like, once the action actually started in the book, ate that book up, I'm telling you. And I literally could not put it down. It was late. There was, like, times where it was late and I had to work the next day. I didn't care. I just kept reading until I had to force myself to put it down and go to bed. So, even, like, when I put it down, I didn't want to put it down, and I kept thinking about it, you know? Like, it was still always in my mind. And it's a cowboy romance. And with cowboy romances, I feel like it's in all cowboy romances, but there's always a thing where it's wear the cowboy hat and you finish a sentence. I don't want to say it because I don't want my video to get taken down or something. But if you know, you know. And there is a scene in this book where that gets put into place. And guys, okay. Anyways, I definitely recommend it, honestly. And there's also another scene that it has to do with the quote I was just telling you about. And it's in a bar. The way he is protective with her. Guys, read the book if you haven't already. After Flawless, I read The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston and rated that one 4 stars as well, because it was taking me a long time to get into this book. I kept reading it little by little, and then finally I got it, you know? I did end up figuring something out before I should have, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I should have found it out when I did. But I think that's the reason why I didn't really rate it 5 stars, because of the fact that I found out before I think I should have. Towards the end, I did feel like it was maybe a bit rushed. I would have liked to see a little bit more of how their lives were towards the end. But that's okay. I would still recommend it a lot, and I still see myself reading more of her books, so it's okay. Now, we're in September, so we're almost done with the year. I read The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, and I rated that one 4 stars because it was my first thriller book, right? And I have heard a lot of good things about Frida McFadden, and honestly, I get it. I get the hype. It was so good that at the end, I was literally like, oh my god, I figured it out. This is this and this is that, you know? And then I was so wrong. I literally was reading this chapter, right? One sentence, I was like, oh my god, I figured it out. This is what's happening. The sentence right after that, whoa, didn't see that coming. Completely wrong. I was like, it was one of those moments where I was laying in bed and I literally went, what? Like, it was literally one of those moments. So, that's why I rated it 4 stars. After that, I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I rated that one 4.5. And this is my first time reading the Harry Potter books, even though I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. Like, I have tattoos of Harry Potter. But, disclaimer, just because I haven't read the books yet doesn't make me a big fan, okay? You can either have only read the books, only watched the movies, did both. You can still be a big fan, okay? And also, do not support her, okay? Absolutely not. But I rated this one 4.5 because I really loved being able to see scenes in the books that were not in the movies and kind of see it differently in a way, I guess. Like, it was just really enjoyable to me as a Harry Potter fan, being able to read these books for the first time. It was beautiful. Still in September, I read Caraval by Stephanie Garber and rated it 3.5 because, okay, little context. I was on vacation when I read this one, right? I don't know, that could possibly be why I rated it 3.5 because I was reading it so slow since I was on vacation that I was struggling to get into it. Like, I would read one chapter at a time, basically, and I was struggling to piece all the chapters together because it wasn't going smoothly to me. So I was really, really struggling. But, I did like the magical feeling of it. Like, as you're reading, you can feel, like, the magic that's happening. I don't know how to explain it. There were some parts where I quite literally, like, audibly gasped, like, out loud, because it just shocked me so much. And then there were some parts I did cry. And there were some parts where I did say, like, ill, because of certain things that certain characters would be saying. But it's, the way that they're saying it, it's meant for you to be like, ill, back up. But, so basically this book made me feel a whole bunch of emotions. I might reread it. I think I am going to reread it before finishing the series. So, because I really do want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart, like that trilogy. But I've heard that you need to finish the Caraval trilogy first, because the main character in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy gets introduced in Caraval. I don't know. Something like that. So I do plan on rereading Caraval. And hopefully my rating can go up considering I won't be on vacation. So I can read it like smoother and faster, you know? Still in September, I read Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish and rated that one 4.5 because, guys, if you haven't read that one yet, I feel like you guys need to meet Zane Alexander, okay? He is a millionaire or billionaire. I think millionaire, actually. And he, like, became one of my favorite book boyfriends, honestly, because the way he treats Autumn, I wrote her name down in my review, the way he treats Autumn throughout the book, it's like, it's just so good because what they do in the book, right, they are fake dating because, like, her ex is in town or something like that, and the way he treats her while they're fake dating, it's like, yes. And he makes sure you know he's a millionaire, okay? He makes it known. That's all I'm going to say about that, because if I keep yapping about it, I'm going to say something that's going to be a spoiler, and we don't do that here. So, recommend that one. After Fall I Want, I read Mile High. Guys, Mile High by Liz Tom 40. 6 stars. God tier. I'm gonna just say I also read The Right Move by her right after. It's the second book in the Windy City series. Also 6 stars. Guys, when I tell you, this series is like God tier for me. I mean it, okay? Both of them was 6 stars, okay? 6 stars. In Mile High, I loved how Xander's was treating Stevie, and I also loved the representation of all of her, like, mental health things that she was going through. The fact that Xander's is a hockey player also tops it because I love hockey romance books. It was just amazing all around, okay? And then The Right Move, which is the second one of that, it was also just amazing. Like, guys, I don't think this is a spoiler because this is kind of all around everywhere in book talk. But guys, in The Right Move, he learns ASL to be able to talk to Indy's parents. Because her parents are deaf, right? And he learns ASL so he can talk to them without her even knowing. Like, she didn't even know. Actually, wait. I think it's just her dad that's deaf. But still, he learned ASL without her knowing. Guys. He also made sure that she had iced coffee every morning. Because he didn't have, like, an iced coffee machine. So it was just regular coffee he would just put in the fridge before she woke up. Guys. God tier. I also just recently, in like this year, just read Caught Up, which is the third one in the series. A little off topic, I guess, because it's not 2025. But that one, also 6 stars. I'm telling you, this series has got tier. If you have not read them, please read them, okay? Please. Let me move on, because I could talk about this series for forever. After that, I read The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I rated it 1 star. And it's ironic because that book is about a reader rating a book 1 star and then weird things keep happening to her afterwards. I'm not going to explain why it was 1 star because I don't want to spread, like, negativity in a way. So, just 1 star. After, I read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. And I know that book, it's very 50-50 with people. But for me, I rated it 4 stars. Because I really did, like, enjoy the book. I know some people don't, but guys, I did, okay? And it was very fast-paced for me. I really enjoyed the whole vampire werewolf aspect of it. And then I felt like it was fast-paced. I can get into it. It made me giggle at some points. There's a specific quote that I can think of right now that I literally had highlighted and screenshotted because I was like, yes, that quote, I love that quote. Now we're in November, so we are very, very close to the end, guys. Very close. I rated May Luna 2 stars. And I rated 2 stars because, guys, I DNF'd it. I did not finish reading that book. The reason why I rated 2 stars, though, instead of, like, 1 or nothing, is because of the fact that when I was, like, reading it, I was liking it. Like, I was intrigued, but I was not intrigued enough to continue the series, okay? Not the series, the book. So I couldn't finish it. I ended up just looking up the ending. But if you like rockstar romances, then I would recommend it. But for me, I just couldn't do it. Then I read Phantasma by Kaylee Smith and rated that one 4 stars. Okay? That one did take me like the whole month of November to read because I was in a slump, right? And this was probably not the best idea. But I started reading Phantasma in a slump in hopes that it was going to get me out of the slump. But the fact that it was kind of a more difficult book-ish, it just took me a month to read. But towards the end of it, like towards the end of the month when I was kind of getting out of that slump, it was really good. Like, the book is really good. I might reread it when I'm not in a slump so I can actually get the book, and so I can finish the series. But I would still recommend it, and there were parts that I was just like, oh, it was just really, really good. I can't really say much about it other than that, because of the fact that I was in the slump. I can't remember it that much. So yeah, I probably will end up rereading it. We'll see. Now in December, that's when I started doing all my holiday reading. I started with Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace and rated that one 4 stars because honestly, it gave me Gilmore Girl vibes. Like when they were explaining like how this town looks, I thought of Stars Hollow. Like that's just what I thought of. It was just, I really loved the vibes of the book. And then the way that them two were together, it was just really cute. I don't know. It felt really good for a Christmas book. So if you haven't read it yet, I would definitely recommend it for this holiday season. And also, guys, there was no miscommunication trope. Yes. I hate miscommunication tropes, okay? Hate it. Sometimes, in some books, it's good, okay? Because it'll be like, I don't know, it'll like fit correctly. But then in other books, it's just like, for what? Why is there miscommunication, But in this one, there's none. So I just love that even more. Next, I read Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison, and I rated that one 4 stars because it was really, really cute, honestly. That's another one I would recommend for the holiday season because it was also very like fast-paced and easy to get into. There was a point towards the end that she got me annoyed with like a decision she made because I was like, for what? Why? Like, why did you make that decision? But other than that, it was really good. I love a fake dating trope. Like, I'm a sucker for it. And then On a Christmas Tree Farm, even better. So it was really, really good. I would definitely recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this video isn't too long. Yeah. Let me know if you guys want vlogs on any of the books I said I was going to reread, or any vlogs on like future books that I'm going to be end up reading. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Once again, I'm sorry that this video is a month late, but it's here now, guys. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.